Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. How are you all? Here I am with another lecture of the conditional series. As I have begun with the conditionals topic, so here I am with the topic of second conditional. Uh, as we have talked about in my previous video, and I will repeat it here again, that conditional are the sentences which contain two clauses. One is the clause which mostly has if, that is called a conditional clause, and the other is the clause which is the result clause. So we'll in this video we'll discuss in detail what is second conditional. So please don't skip it and watch it till the end so that you can know and master this second conditional, because this is really a very important part of our day-to-day language. But before we move on, I would request you to please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you can know about my upcoming videos. So second conditional. Now what is second conditional? Second conditional actually talks about some hypothetical conditions, some unlikely situations, some situations which are not possible. So in first conditional we talk about real things. In second conditional we talk about unreal things. Now here actually what we are talking about, that is opposite to what is at present happening. That is why the condition which we are talking about is something unreal. Now it is used to talk about hypothetical things, imaginary situations. Let's have a look on the examples. Now here the green part highlighted is the condition and the remaining part is the result clause. As you know, that condition part mostly begins with if. Okay, a condition part mostly begins with if, and in second condition we make this part in simple past, and the result clause is made into would and verbs first form. Would or could can also be used here. If I had enough experience for the job, the boss could have hired him. Now, but the situation is in reality that he does not have experience. That is why this condition is only hypothetical. It's only imaginary. This is not possible. If I were a rich man, I would buy a home like a palace. But what is the reality? That I am not a rich man. That is why this condition is not possible. This is unlike, because it is only an imagination. Remember this thing, that here the time is not the difference lies in the probability that the condition cannot come true. Now let's have a look on the structure, that how it is formed. Second conditional, the conditional part is made by simple past. We use the past simple with the if clause, and we use would and infinitive in the main clause. So if clause is in simple past, we know that we use verb second form in the simple sentence, did not in the negative sentence. Main clause is having would and verbs first form. We can use could as well, we can use should, we can use might also at the place of the could. So we can summarize that second conditional if simple past for the condition clause, and would and verbs first form for the main clause. So second conditional is used to express such outcomes that are completely unrealistic or will not likely happen in the future. They are not possible. So that is why we are talking about them using this structure. We can make these sentences positive as well, like both sentences can go positive. We can make them negative, like if he didn't win the lottery, I wouldn't buy a house. If I didn't win a lottery, I wouldn't buy a house. So both clauses are made negative. You can make one clause negative according to your own requirement. You can make this condition clause a question as well. But remember that the main clause will be turned into a question. Here is the main clause. So only the main clause, what would you do? This is the main clause which is turned into a question. And the condition clause, if you won the lottery, will remain as it is. Okay? And the answer will be in the main clause, I would buy a house. Please keep this thing in mind that the main clause will be turned into a question, not the if clause. And the answer will be in the main clause, I would buy a house. Okay, these minute things should be kept in mind, and these things show that how perfect you are in your language. Look at some more example. If I had money, I would buy some new shoes, but in reality I don't have money. That is why this is an imagined situation, not a real situation. If you were sick, you would go to the doctor, but you are not sick. So that is why this is an unreal condition, imaginary condition. She wouldn't come if her sister didn't bring her. Okay? An imaginary condition again. If they studied, they would do well on their exams. So they did not study, they did not do well in their exam. The condition is an imaginary situation. I would tell you if you were quiet. So again, an imaginary condition. So it's mean that second conditional is used to talk about imaginary condition. Let's see that how do we use it. We can use second conditional to imagine that life for us or for someone else is different. How? Look at the example. If I had a helicopter, I would fly to school and wouldn't be late. But this is an imaginary condition. I am imagining that my life is different from my present life. So we use it to talk about imaginary conditions. We also use to ask hypothetical question, as I have just discussed in previous slide, that hypothetical questions are the imaginary conditions where you place somebody and then you ask question. If you were a famous person, who would you be? Definitely the other person is not a famous person. You are just putting an imaginary situation to him and you are actually just prolonging your discussion. You are taking his views. If you could live in other country, where would you live? But in reality, this is not true. He is living in the country where you are living. So hypothetical questions are only imaginary condition, but don't we come across them? Aren't we asking them often to our fellows? So we can use second conditional to give reason why you can't do something that we will discuss, and we can use conditional sentence to give advices like I wouldn't go out if I were you. Let's see them in detail. We use simple second conditional to talk about life is different. If I had won the lottery, I would be rich. But in reality, this is not true. So we are using second conditional to talk about the future that is unlikely or that is impossible in the present. Let's look at the example. If I won the lottery, I would buy a house. But in reality, I haven't won this and I cannot buy a house. So this is only an imaginary situation. Look at another example. If I had enough money, I would buy a house, but in reality, I don't have enough money. So this is only an imaginary condition. This has nothing to do with the reality. That is why it is impossible. We can use second conditional to talk about hypothetical questions. I have just told you that hypothetical questions are imaginary situations, and we use them only in order to keep a conversation going on. When we ask hypothetical question, perhaps we are putting the other person in some different situation, or we are putting ourselves in different situation. Look at the example. What would you catch criminals if you were Wonder Woman? Definitely you are not a Wonder Woman, but this is a hypothetical question. Which superpower would you like to have? You are not having any superpower. You cannot have a superpower. What would you do if you were Spider-Man? So again, this is an imaginary condition in which you are placed for this question. Okay, so these are some hypothetical questions in front of you. Please ask them with your fellows and get good replies from them. We can use second conditional to give advices. And remember that when we give advice to somebody, mostly we are putting ourselves at his place, at his shoe, in his shoes. Like if I were you, I would talk to my boss before I quit my job. So you are advising somebody by saying that if you were at his place. Remember that here you are not using I was. This is a fixed structure here. Okay, if I were her, I would break up with him. Now, this is a specific condition that we are using I were. Otherwise, in actual grammar condition, we use I was. Why are we using this I were? We are using this I were because this is subjunctive mood, which is used for hypothetical condition. I'm sure that this idea is quite fixed in your mind because I'm repeating over and again this hypothetical imagination word, so that you know that this situation, this condition has nothing to do with reality. So when you are in subjunctive mood, you use I were. Okay, it is a condition which is contrary to fact. It is not according to the fact. Look at another example. I've got a cold. What can I do? If I were you, I would go to the doctor. So remember that when we give advices, we are putting ourselves in at that person's position, and then we are answering it. So when you are imagining such situation, then you should use I were, if I were you, not if I was you. This is actually a grave mistake made by many people in written or in spoken language. That is why I'm repeating it over and again, so that after this lecture, this thing is fixed in your mind. Okay, you can use the second conditional to give reason why you didn't do something for someone. If I wasn't too busy, I would invite you over for dinner. So you are giving a reason why you did not invite your friend for dinner. If I had the money, I would lend it to you. So you're giving a reason why you did not do something. So you can use it to give reasons. Second conditional can also be used with modals. Modals, you know that they are specific helping verbs which bring special sense to the sentence. Okay, we can use them mostly in the main clause. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? If you asked him, he might be able to do it. So might is showing possibility that he might do it. This is an expansion of the main clause more to its meaning. Let's look at this example. If I didn't work full time, I could exercise more. So could is showing that there was an ability, there was some possibility. Look at some more example with the modal verb so that you are pretty clear in the use of these modal verbs in second conditional as well. If I had the time, I would learn English. Would is showing that you are sure that you would do something. But remember that this is an unlikely situation. If I had more time, I might learn English. Now, use of might here shows possibility. If I had more time, I should learn some more about it. So this is actually you are rendering your good idea about something. If I had more time, I could learn Hindi. Here again, you are showing some possibility. Did you notice that wherever you are using these modal verbs, you are actually expanding your limits to talk in the second conditional. This is actually quite elevated level of language where you bring these different things in the set structures and you modify them. Look at another use where we are actually comparing wish and second conditional. So second conditional can be compared with using wish. Both are used for hypothetical situation. Look at the situation in wish. If I wish I had more time. And in conditional, you would say, if I had more time, I would do it. Look at the example, I wish I had an X. And in conditional, if I had an X, I would build a hut. So this is how you can use second conditional to talk about wish. Now talking about difference between first and second conditional. First conditional talks about possible situations and second conditional talks about only probable conditions which are not true. If John runs fast, he will win the race. This is still possible to happen. If John ran fast, he would win the race. This is unlikely because John doesn't run fast. So the difference lies in the probability. First conditional is real and possible, and second conditional is unlikely to happen. Here is a small worksheet for you which you can do it orally by stopping this video. I'm sure that you have understood thoroughly the idea of second conditional. You can watch my other videos on first and zero conditional to know more about conditional, and please practice this so that you can come up as a good writer in language and a good speaker.